Welcome to the J.R. Hendrick Texan Night, the podcast that deals with the early life of J.R. Hendrick. And now, narrating the story of pre-migraine, J.R. and Jimmy. "6 a.m. Eastern. Back in Washington, D.C. Jim is in the home gym working out on the treadmill, the bike, and weightlifting. He would be done at 6:30 to see Christine and Amy Kathleen in Forever after school. It's 6:30 a.m. Central. Frustrated that Charlie asked for Brent Clark and myself to have breakfast with him at the platter. Needless to say, there we are in there, and we decided to quiz Charlie. Being at your couch potato night. We know about your couch potato nights, Charlie. Let me ask you something. Shoot, Charlie said. We've been in college for about a week now, and I'm going to hear you talk about going to office hours to talk to your professors. What's up with that? Yeah, what's up with that, Charlie? Brent asked. What should I tell you guys? I go see Dr. Huckabee. I don't need to tell you guys. But if I have a problem, Dr. Huckabee, he's my academic advisor. He told me I did great in business calculus. So what? It's my senior year, and I right to party, Charlie said. 9:10 a.m. Eastern. At the U.S. Small Business Administration in Washington, D.C., Jim is at his desk listening to Carol Stringer's press conference and hearing her getting clobbered by the press. Frustrated and cursing, Jim promises that he will call Carol and Bill back, saying next time they had to work a little bit more together. Perhaps letting Carol do more of the press conferences herself and have Bill as backup. 9:45 a.m. Christine gets out of history class and walks up to Forever, who is getting out of biblical studies class. Christine, you see that hot dude over there? I've been eyeing him the past week. His name is Bo, Forever said. I know. Bo Mittens. And I have an eye for his brother Luke. Really? He called me and asked me out yesterday. No dinner. Just a movie. If only Bo would ask me out, Forever said. 9:30 a.m. Central. Friedrich McKay was teaching about fairness today in Intro to Public Affairs class, as Dr. Harmon had to go present a paper in Florida today. Before class started, he asked me to come see him at office hours for just a few minutes. We all handed in our fact sheets, and Jennifer Bowers and Brent Clark got a chance to produce and present their fact sheets today. It would be my turn on Thursday. At 10:35 a.m. Central. Friedrich McKay released class early. And so he and I went up the stairs and walked into his second floor office. So, I see that you're studying public affairs as a major. Well, I see you're studying public affairs as a major. Well then, you will be in my persuasive communication class sometime. I need some students with some quick heads, because public affairs isn't for everyone. Being raised the way I was, even as a drip on the ranch, I learned to have a quick head. Well, good. You're not like some of the other students here. You seeing things another way. Listen, why don't you come see me during office hours? Now, it's on the sign outside my room, but I'll tell you, it's from 8 to 9:30, Tuesdays. Thursdays from 12:30 to 3 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and 1 to 6 on Wednesdays. I can just tell, son, that you're not like your father at all. No, sir. I'm proud to have a daddy like him, but I'm not like him. Not like him at all. 1:20 p.m. Eastern. In Washington, D.C., Jim is working with a young Fordham University intern who is seeking for his master's degree in public affairs. And they are working on a fact sheet about financial management, a minor which he had in college. This is something that the Fordham student was always interested in. 1 p.m. Central. Sitting in the living room and listening to Rush Limbaugh, I found out that Charlie did go to class, but other than the first day of class of each class in the semester, other than that, he was not going to professors for office hours. But instead, he decided to sit there and fool around. I felt that like if he was just going to sit there and fool around and be a obnoxious couch potato, I'm not sure. I have no doubt he'd be in the other dorms or in the dorm living room. Being in the living room around here. Suddenly, Brent walks in. Look, I know you're quizzing Charlie about what he's doing when he's not in class. Look, he'll phone it the night before the exams, but that's it. Other than every third night of the month, 3, 6, 9, and so forth, he's being a damn couch potato. Forget about him. All I'm saying is that I hope he don't start becoming a couch potato in our living room. Dave Smith said he talked to him in the first week before classes. He made him promise he wouldn't do that. 2:15 p.m. Eastern. Jim decided to take the rest of the day off. But instead of going straight home, he called up Cowboy Joe McDonald to play a game of golf with him. 2:25. 2:25 p.m. Fun was in the habit in our Old Testament literature class. And we was talking about the metaphors and themes and tropes about the fall of Adam and Eve. 3:25 p.m. Central. Through the help of Darren, I pick up Jennifer Bowers up in front of the University Center. We start talking, and she tells me that she wants a chance to meet Ken again. I told her that he'll be journeying with us for Friday's swimming meet. She told me that she would have somebody take notes for us with a laptop computer and ask some questions and ask media theory. Being crafty, she also asked Joanne Williams, a public affairs student, to take the notes for us in economics. So I had Darren take us to Kentucky Belle for an early dinner. 5:05 p.m. at Kentucky Belle, Jennifer and I are talking. Today's topic? Fairness. Jennifer said, I read the textbook, and it talks about the fairness doctrine. Are you kidding me? McKay says it's all about equal time. Watch Dr. Harmon talk about it this Thursday. Hush, Sloth. They have a lot more to deal with than I think. 6:10 p.m. Eastern. Jim is with Brent Clark and Cowboy Joe McDonald, complaining about Claude checking into a hotel in Washington, D.C. instead of staying with him and not letting him know that he was here. Jim also had a bone to pick with Blake because he used certain analogies against Clinton that even conservative Republicans would be concerned with. Meanwhile, in the dining room, Christine is talking to Betsy about how she got asked out for a movie tomorrow night with Luke. Betsy was noticing that her daughter was putting one hand on her head and urged her to take it easy the rest of the day. Dinner tonight was Jim and Cowboy Joe's favorite. Fajitas. Guests would include Katie and Blake Carter, Cowboy and Susan McDonald, with also the hopes that Claude might attend. 8:25 p.m. Eastern. In the Southeast Lounge, Luke is enjoying a few minutes tickling and laughing with Christine on the couch for a few minutes before he had to return to his father's house for dinner. He told Christine the only reason why he couldn't agree to dinner, but instead the movie, was because his father had the obligatory hour of 7:30. 6:10 p.m. Central. Back in the car, Jennifer and I talk. So how is your father? He's gone restless. The job, it gets to him. He never should have agreed to work with Bill Clinton. Darren drives us to Holden Hall, College Republicans. Tune in next time for the J.R. Hendrick Texan gentleman, and we will give you a little hint. It's going to get very interesting from here. Get ready for the rest of the story. Please subscribe.